I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with your ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Boy, I gotta tell you, the last 24 hours have been very eventful. Jaybird went cruising out of here yesterday and had somebody run him right off of I-95 right into a whole big old row of palm trees. Airbag comes out, deployed, all kinds of chaos. Thank God he's still with us, and he is not seriously injured and is able to come back to work the next day, but he's definitely banged up and bruised.
I'm very, very sore. It's just kind of annoying because I've been doing all this work with physical therapy, with my hip and all that, and that was kind of knocked back down a peg yesterday, but I'm trying to stay positive. I don't want to be bitching on the microphone about ailments and all that. I am trying to look at this as a very positive thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even like my Jeep. Nobody got hurt. I'm going to get a new car, and I'm alive, and I have a new lease on life. There's been many messages this year that I've been receiving. Now, is it spiritual? I don't know. Is it just coincidence? But sometimes I feel like the universe is throwing some stuff at you. And are you awake enough to get the message?
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
The one thing I know for a fact, I want to make sure that I have fun in my life. Sometimes people go in automatic. I'm guilty of it too. You get caught up in the grind. You get caught up raising your family, doing your job, doing your career, and you almost forget to have fun, and there's a numbness about it. And there ain't nothing like a fucking car accident that can get you out of a state of numbness.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it is easy to get, you kind of just put your head down, put the blinders on, and you're just trying to make it through life, baby. And you do sometimes forget the things that are truly important because you're just trying to survive.
Yeah, even with the lettuce disease, I really didn't take it too hard. I just thought it was another just knockdown. But it has been kind of a fucked up year. I gotta tell you, man.
Yeah.
You caught the trendy lettuce disease, and then you almost died on 95 yesterday.
Well, I mean, I'm getting super healthy, and it's like someone saying, bitch, get a Coca-Cola in your hand. You better eat some Strombolis tonight, bitch. It is, life's a weird, odd game, is it not?
It is.
Yeah. No, I feel less guilty the times I decided to take those splurges in life. So splurge and treat yourself. Definitely is very important. Now, one nice deep message here from Casey that she had for you, almost like a piece of advice. She said, thank God you're okay, Jaybird, but listen, you talk about it. I just want to suggest that maybe you need to talk to your therapist or somebody about it while it's still fresh, because I was in a pretty scary accident about 7 years ago. I wasn't driving. My husband was, and thankfully we're all okay. My son was 10 at the time, and I remember being absolutely terrified because he was in the car, and we were heading towards a tree, and thankfully the curb stopped us enough that we didn't slam into the tree. We walked away relieved and even had a little fun as the amazing police officer gave us a ride home. He said, but what I didn't realize was how much it affected me afterward. Years later, I developed pretty intense fear of being a passenger. I hate when anyone else drives me, even my parents. I'm constantly fighting for the urge to yell, watch out. And I've literally driven to Tennessee with my husband while spending half the trip with my eyes closed.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've told you guys I was in a 7-car pileup on I-95 about 16 or 17 years ago, and that is something that does not leave you. You'll wake up in the middle of the night reliving a accident like that, and that was another one. Again, I swear, I know it sounds like, oh, you're never at fault, Bert, but I wasn't at fault at that one either, and that one was fucking insane. Again, don't know how I am here. The officer goes, how are you guys alive?
Damn.
We got hit by 3 separate cars on I-95.
Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me not to ride with you.
I know, and what sucks was I was being the designated driver, trying to do it right again.
You can get in my car, but you're never driving me.
That's why I've learned, Jason, don't take math tests and don't drive. You're not good at that shit. Just figure another way out.
You can always just not drive and just Uber everywhere.
I was doing that when my hip was really bad. I was Ubering to work a lot, and I remember looking at my Uber bill, and there was one month that I spent like $1,700 on Uber rides.
Oh my God!
Because I was going back and forth everywhere, and shit ain't cheap.
It is
How
not.
much was your car insurance a month?
My car insurance was not that. My car was paid off. I'm fucked now. It's all right. Whatever.
Yeah, how does this thing work its way out with insurance? Because it was a guy that ran you off the road that we don't even know who that was. It's not like you have another insurance company from him.
Yeah, that's
to
what
challenge
sucks.
with. So what does this look like for you as far as your insurance and costs? Because you said you thought you might be looking at a total Jeep. That
They
you drove
told
off the
me
road.
they towed it to the junkyard. The insurance company is going to look at it to see if it's even fixable. Then they're going to give me some numbers to see if it's even worth it, and we're going to go from there.
Okay.
But when I saw the tree log go through my alternator, I thought maybe it might not work.
Wow. Yeah. Could be a lot to get it back on the road.
The one thing I wish, because it happened so quick, I wish I would have remembered everyone's name involved. Because when you're scared like that and you're shook up and
Yeah.
someone's being nice to you and you're confused, that means a lot. Bedside manner is such a big thing for me, and every one of those men were cool as shit, gave me water, made me feel better, and I would like to give them a shout out. I don't even know if I know the right precinct. I know one was FHP.
Yep. State trooper.
Straight up cop. Perfect mustache, perfect cop hair. Could not have been nicer. Played it by the book. Gave me the water. He knew I was trying to talk, and I had that white stuff on. And,
What's going on?
and then a car and a guy who looked like Dr. Phil.
Yeah, people have listened to what you said because it was a guy that just took off. He was in a red sports car, had kind of a Dr. Phil haircut, and we're just looking for whatever kind of leads we can get.
Yeah.
Now, you've got a photo right there, but Meredith sent us an even more accurate photo. In fact, I think we got the guy. This is him right here, a photo of him driving through West Palm, red sports car, Dr. Phil haircut. I think that's him.
Really?
Yep. Look at that.
Is that AI?
Is that, y'all,
Is that Danny DeVito?
Now is not the time. Is that fucking Danny DeVito?
Wait a minute.
You motherfucker threw the penguin in there.
Yep, got him. We know who it is. Double D. It's Double D.
We
Yep.
were looking at it like it was serious.
There's your guy.
I don't even think that.
There's your guy.
Oh my God.
Got him.
This
like,
is
wait a
why
minute.
AI is so dangerous, because they probably did that in 3 seconds.
I'm like, that is the son of a bitch.
We got him.
Got him. Got him
it.
right there. Give that to the cops, FHP.
Well played.
Here's the guy that ran me off the road right there.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
And Christina said, I was listening to the audio that you played of the DUI bride killer that happened. I think it was in South Carolina when she ran the golf cart off the road. Woman had just been married, and she runs her and her husband off the road because she drank and was 3 times the legal limit. And the footage has come out of her now at the police station afterwards. For some reason, her shirt's unbuttoned. She has like a sports bra kind of thing on, but you're like, okay, just look kind of like a mess. And she kept demanding, let me call my dad. And she's like, you don't have anything on me. Well, what is it? And they had told her, they said, we got you for, it's going to be vehicular homicide, I think is what the charge was, something like that. And it reminded me of the life talk that my dad gave me the night before my 18th birthday. He told me that tomorrow you legally become an adult in the eyes of the law. And it means that if you mess up, I can't come and save you.
Look, there's cases of people who are under the age of 18 that have fucked up, and they will try your ass as an adult depending on how horrendous the crime is.
That's true.
There's a case where a 14-year-old kid killed 2 people, and they tried his ass as an adult, and he's still in jail or in prison.
Yeah, you do. You got to realize, I think that a lot of times, first of all, when you're younger, you don't think anything bad's ever going to happen to you. And then if it ever does happen and you cause it, especially if you've been a kid that your parents have always tried to make excuses for you, and just seeing that girl probably lends you to believe that her parents probably got her out of a lot of struggles that she shouldn't have been gotten out of. And they should have known, look, there's one thing about being there for your kids, but it's also teaching your kids accountability to say, if you step into it, it's a lot of stuff like that. If you mouth off to somebody, you might get your ass kicked. If you do this, you might get a suspension. These things might happen. Look, I'm your parent, and I'll try to help you and guide you through this, but accountability and punishment is one of the best things that we have. And having things hurt and having things be painful for you, and you have to go through uncomfortable experiences that could affect your life for a long period of time. Parents do the biggest disservice removing those things out of their kids' path and not allowing them to struggle. It's one of the hardest things I go through as a parent, trying to deal with the rest of my family, because
consequence.
Yeah, they are shelterers, and I am all about Mr. Consequence, and so I look like a freaking tool.
Well,
I'm like, y'all, I'm telling you, man, not the way to do this.
But you're not always a tool. You're just in that moment. You're trying to let them know, look, man, this is gonna fuck you up,
right?
And this is how you get your stripes. And this is how you grow up.
You need these lessons. Look, you need pain. You grow through pain, and you hate that anybody in life ever has to go through it. But this is not a utopian world. This is a place where life is going to throw struggles at you, and it's going to hurt. And that pain, if it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Thank you, Kelly Clarkson. But it is true. That is the thing. And do not take away that pain from your kids. I know it's one of the hardest things, man. I hate seeing my kids struggling and in pain, and I want to run to their rescue, but I've got to stop myself and say, is this pain helping them grow? And is this ultimately good for them? And when it is, you need to let them sit in that pain and stew through the discomfort.
There is a saying, you get too soft, you get fucked. Don't get too soft. You get too soft, you're going to get fucked.
Tell that to your son.
My parents never told me that one.
Well, it's like, it's more of I think something that I think I just made it up. Honestly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Look, he hit his head yesterday. Let's give him a little grace.
No, it's from the movie Stir Crazy. Richard Pryor's walking into prison. He goes, you better get tough, Jack. You don't get tough. You get soft, you're going to get fucked. And meaning you better just, if you get too soft, the world's going to chew you up.
I don't think that's what he means. If you're walking into prison, I think he actually means you're going to get fucked.
Well, he means the whole thing. He means actually getting fucked, but also getting fucked up.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of like the world. You can't be overly dickish, and you can't be overly soft.
Please make a video of you telling Cannon if he's too soft, he's going to get fucked.
Yeah, he would just look at me like...
Emphasis on the fucked.
Son, that's lost his mind again. I'm going to go back to video games.
Son, one thing I've learned in this life is you're too soft, you're going to get fucked.
Put that on a shirt. I got this from Damaris. She said, regarding the reason why you would call the police starting with the letter B in your game Think Fast from the other day, I want to share with Denny that I would have said bees. Bees, you could say that. I got to call the cops because of bees. She said it was daytime one time. My kids started yelling for me to come to my bedroom. Bees had covered my bay window and blocked all the sunlight to the point that my bedroom was dark. I couldn't see past them. It was a thick layer of bees. I could hear them buzzing and vibrating through the glass. So I called the police, who came but wouldn't go into my yard because they said the bees were angry.
Oh my gosh, why were they so angry?
You never know. They told me to get a beekeeper and deal with the bees. And I don't know what it is ultimately that pisses off these bees that way, but they use the smoke. I guess that calms them down a little bit.
It's probably weed.
And then try to, that wouldn't make sense, wouldn't it?
Bee weed.
You holding?
Not bee weed.
Yeah, I mean, and I will tell you, man, bees are some scary things. They really are, because in one of them, not that big a deal unless you're allergic to them. Then obviously even one is really bad for you. But man, the way these things get together in a tribe, and it's so weird. Have you ever, I mean, it's like
they got a plan and they're working together.
When one's pissed, they're all pissed.
Right.
You know, it's almost like dealing with some of these mobs that you see that are protesting. You know,
Yeah.
they're just tearing stuff up and they're just trying to destroy.
Whatever she did to piss off those bees, I am really glad there was glass separating her from them.
Yeah, well, because they do. They're looking for something to, and they don't stop. That's what's crazy about it. Because I hit that hornet's nest one time with a lawnmower.
Oh, yeah.
And my gosh, they just wouldn't stop. And it was probably 20 straight minutes of just stinging. They weren't leaving me. I was doing
running.
everything. I was running. I was throwing myself up against a building. I was trying to kill them all that were on me, and they wouldn't. My mom was out. She was trying to hit me with the hose. Like, it was just, they don't give up.
Here's my question to you. Would you rather you have two options, get stung in the eyeball by a bee or stung in your Aretha Franklin, the hole of your dick with a bee from a bee? Which one would you take? You have to take both of them.
Yeah.
One or the other, I mean.
The dick one might swell up a little bit, then you'd be like, look at this.
Hey, what up, babe?
No, it's going to look all deformed and
Somebody's
shit.
got some girth.
Yeah.
No, it's going to look all purple and fucking, it's going to look like a hurt snake.
Okay. I'm a good dick hole.
You're going dick hole.
Yeah, going dick hole. 'Cause I use a lot less in my eyes. Y'all know that.
Oh, man. Gosh.
Damn.
I pull for your dick all the time.
Don't pull my dick.
No, I know. I pull for it.
Oh, you pull forward.
Yeah, I pull,
okay.
I'm like, come on.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
on,
I don't
Kev.
need that. I'm like,
Come on, Kevin.
Did you say I cheer for your dick?
I cheer for your
You said I don't pull your dick.
No, I
cheer for your dick.
No, I pull for your dick. Like, I cheer for it. I want the best for your dick. My bad. Sorry. Just trying to be a friend here.
a good friend would tug me off. It wouldn't be weird.
When my hands heal up a little bit from the accident,
Okay.
you got a nice tugging coming.
Well, let's hope that bee stays away. Might take a rain check if I get a.
If he comes over in a bee costume, buzz, you know what's up.
If me and Kevin had, if it was,
Get
Do
your
it with
dick
honey.
out.
if for some reason there was some situation where we both had to tug each other off, we could easily come back and do a show like nothing happened the next day.
Yeah, you're right.
I know we
It'd
could.
be fine.
Prove it.
We already have.
Yeah, how do you know we didn't?
Back at station number 1, we're tossing each other off all the time.
How do you think I calmed him down yesterday? I didn't think I was going to get him to work.
It wasn't just the pizza that calms me down.
Nice.
Like, I know what'll get you better to work. You come in and do the show tomorrow.
But you are right. A hand job, not from you, but that would absolutely
It does.
release and calm down.
That's what those bees need to calm down. Just might be a little small. I don't know.
Tiny little hand job.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
Under a microscope, you go, wait a minute, is that bee tossing off?
If I could do that rather than get stung, I would do it, and I would do it for the whole hive. It would take forever, but yeah, because it is a god-awful experience. And I don't even think the hornets don't even compare to some of those Africanized killer bees that they have. Like, I was fortunate because I don't think those things give up until you stop moving.
Those things are insane.
Yeah.
I'm a little annoyed we don't ever get nominated for any kind of science awards because we really do the work. We talk about the animals, the kingdoms, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Where are we at in the mix?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only get a lot of nominations for a lot of stuff. It's all good. I like it that way.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. It's hard to do what we do this long and not win a show award.
You're right. That's the new goal. Go
really
as
is.
long as we
I
can.
never won an award. I'm like, we've done it this long. We have to make sure we never win as KVJ an entire award. So I'm saying cumulatively.
You
Yeah.
won an award, but as a show, our goal is to go as long as we can
Yeah.
without ever
It's
winning
usually
an
like
award.
kiss guys' ass really well in the industry and they give me awards. But yeah, the whole show for performance.
They've been in radio for 68 years. They've never won anything.
We'll show them.
Virginia's been in a couple TV commercials though for her clients.
And we got a question here. Speaking of our industry, Amanda said, why in the hell did you not talk about Virginia on stage at the Battle of the Bits at Morning Show Boot Camp with a mic in her hand? I got to know what this bit was that she was pitching to all the people in the audience that were anxiously awaiting to take notes about KVJ ideas.
Well, so the Battle of the Bits segment, you're supposed to come in there and share an idea with everybody in the room that they can go back and duplicate on their show on Monday.
Okay.
So that is the purpose of that segment at Morning Show Boot Camp.
Yep.
Take a bit that you've done and explain it to everybody and tell them how they can do it.
Yep.
And so I went up there and told them about the power of pizza. Turn yourself into a superhero. Make a cartoon of it. Get a sponsor to sponsor, whatever the product is. It's like, for us, it's pizza. And we did Captain Crust, and he brings pizza to schools and hospitals, and it's sponsored. And it's also going to be a comic book / coloring book, and it can eventually be a cartoon.
By the way, we got to talk about this comic book thing. Because I already got something in the works, and it sounds like someone else has got something in the works too.
Cuts and Stitches that came in here said he drew a lot of pages for it.
Got ya. No one thought I had to talk about. Okay, I got you.
Oh, I thought you were here when he said it.
No, I didn't hear that. I don't think. But
Yeah.
it's all good.
I mean, this thing can be a 40-page book. I don't care. I think there's room for everybody, especially people that work for free.
So that was what the whole thing was about then.
Well, that was just my idea that I wanted to throw out there because I know that anybody in that room can duplicate it. They can go back to their market and make themselves a superhero and find a sponsor to sponsor it and do cool things and charity. And it's just a well-rounded, I think, concept.
Yeah.
But, at Battle of the Bits, what wins is somebody who gets up there and works the mic and says some
Yucks
crazy
it up
stuff and yucks it up. And
Remember the one year I put tape on my balls and there was mustard hanging down?
the guy that won did like a whole thing about, I'm taking him to church. Really what it was is it's the thought of the day,
Yeah.
but he does it in a gospel church voice. Can I get an amen? All that. Like it's very gospel church. And the crowd loved it. The crowd was eating it up. And the guy, he really is good on the mic.
Should I add in a little amen on mine?
You
or
might want to.
Am I a hack at
It
that
worked
point?
for him.
Yeah.
That whole convention is like how to be a hack convention. So
Steal
Oh, is that your idea? I'm going to steal it next week. Gotcha.
steal it and do it better. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's what that was. And
Okay.
you have 1 minute though, so you got to say your stuff quick.
Oh, damn. Okay. They put a time limit on
They
you now.
did.
huh?
They put a time limit on it, which I think it's smart because DJs will get up there and just drone on for 10 minutes.
Go for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those forums where it's not typically even the best idea. It's usually who's funniest. It's kind of like
That's what it was.
It's a stand-up award.
The ones that got voted the best were the ones that were the funniest, or they had a bunch of friends in the room.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you
Makes
have
you
to
look
bring a
good.
crew to laugh at, That's why you bring a crew to any kind of. If you were doing like an open mic stand up, you bring like 40 of your friends. and
Right.
You laugh at everything, motherfucker.
You better fucking laugh.
And I can't afford drinks, so you have to buy your own drinks.
So the rest of your time there was it good? Did you hang out with any big wigs or anything like that?
The friends that we know and love that have been going to these conferences for, 20 years.
Right.
I hung out with all of them, reconnected, made a few new friends, tried to figure out where it's going to be next year. But Don Anthony wouldn't tell me.
Okay.
He gave me a few options, and then he said possibly a cruise ship.
That'd have been so awesome. He's like, I can't really talk about it, but next year we're going to the moon.
Now that'd be something. Wow, cruise ship, huh?
Cruise ship, and that was interesting. I was like, really?
Okay.
Well, we got bad information, I think. It sounded like you were talking about a bit we had never done before, so we were confused. We're like, we don't remember doing that bit, but now that you explained,
What bit?
we didn't know. It was explained like it was some kind of a superhero bit, but we didn't know it was Captain Crust. So that makes
Make
sense.
yourself a superhero.
That makes sense.
Captain Crust and Princess Pepperoni.
Yeah, we thought it was something different. It sounds like you nailed it.
I think it's a bit anybody can do, and it brings in charity and a sponsor. I think it's a home run that you can ride for years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. And it's nice. I love the charity work that a lot of shows do. And it's nice because, I mean, it's the way it was supposed to be. You had all these local shows talking about things happening in local markets and doing charity things and helping the community help the community. And that's really what a good local morning show should do. And, it's been a really rough, it's been rough for years, but it's been a really rough year, especially the last couple of weeks. There's another company out there called Cumulus, and they've just gone through and been hacking people like crazy over the last week. And I think really the purpose is they're trying to get rid of almost every talent in this industry.
Wow.
So, and they're even talking about a lot of people signing their last deal. I mean, it's kind of radio's mismanaged itself and has not done a very good job. And, I think these are kind of like this is the last hurrah for a lot of people. So kind of fading out. And that's it. So we just signed a 5-year deal. Yay.
Which is great for us.
It is.
5 years, that's a half a decade. And, life changes very quickly. You never know what can happen in 5 years.
You are right.
Every time, just like baseball, just like SNL, they always say, oh, baseball is done. It's never coming back. Put the lights out. It's done. They say the same thing about Saturday Night Live. They suck. They're too political. They're terrible. For some reason, they always find a fighting way to stick around. And I personally think radio will always find a way to stick around. It's free.
Yeah, we shall see.
And there are younger people coming back to it.
That's good.
And they're really, I feel like there are now, as I'm out talking to younger people, they're like, oh, yeah. Like, we're like 3 years ago, it was like, we don't listen to radio.
Keep in mind, too, podcasting is a newer type of thing. I know it's been around for over a decade and all, but keep in mind, remember when disco was popular? Everyone went disco. It was a disco fever. Everyone thought that was going to be the new way of music, and it burned itself out. It's too early to say podcast is going to be the end-all, be-all. What is old is new again. You just never know. I think you're going to see a hybrid of both. But I see what you're saying. I know what you mean. The industry is shrinking and the opportunities are shrinking.
Well, we'll see. I saw a report, iHeart that we used to work for, and they are the largest of the broadcasts. They're not really doing well when it comes to their terrestrial radio stations. Where they seem to be seeing their growth is in the digital. And Bob Pittman, who we actually were talking about here in the last week, the guy that founded MTV, who runs iHeart, he noted, and I saw this article today, it said that broadcast radio reaches twice the audience of the largest TV network and 4 times the audience of the largest digital-only ad-supported audio service. But advertisers increasingly prefer buying through digital platforms. And so it's a perception that it's dead. It's not dead, but unfortunately with advertisers, they perceive radio to be dead, which is a fallacy as he broke down the true numbers of it. And that's just the problem, is trying to convince the advertisers, be like, what are you talking about, bitch? It's still very viable. Here's the numbers. And if you want to get reach, this is it. So
the other thing, too, I think is going to happen, and I personally am starting to see it happen. There are so many podcasts where it's getting watered down. You can even see it in comedians. The comedians are finally kind of waking up and saying, I don't know if I should do a podcast every single day or even 3 times a day or 3 times a week. I'm ruining my act. That's the thing I'm making my money on. Yeah. So when you go see my act, you're also listening to my podcast, and you really do develop 2 separate audiences. You've got a stand-up audience, and then you've got people who like you for your podcast. Yeah. And if you're there to see stand-up and you're doing podcast shit, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's like seeing Andre 3000 thinking you're going to hear Hey and he brings out the flute for 45 minutes. Like, son of a bitch, man, I just want to hear Hey
Yeah, it's tough. And honestly, to make a podcast good, it takes a lot of work. And the more podcasts you have, even the celebrities that go on them, we were playing clips of Brad Pitt today from the Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard.
Yes.
There's only so many Brad Pitts, and they're only going to do so many interviews. And then you've got, some of those celebrities that I think have been in there, have been established. It's going to be harder for even the newer ones to get in. And iHeart announced that they're going to have a Jonas Brothers podcast.
Fucking garbage. Sorry.
Kate Hudson and her dad Oliver are going to be doing a podcast coming up. Martha Stewart is going to do one coming up. Now, I could see her maybe having something that it would work because she's had a TV show and she might have something to say, so hers might work. But
if she stays hard prison Martha, it'll be good.
yeah, for all these other people, it might be a challenge to continually find content that people care about. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Kelsey brothers do. As time goes on, they get out of football, and the Taylor Swift novelty wears off a bit.
Whoever is Martha Stewart's PR team and whoever directs her on making the moves did it brilliantly. First of all, she owned up what she did. She did her time. She came out smelling like a rose. She apologized, did not make excuses, and then went on and arguably went more mainstream in pop culture after the fact because she didn't try to do what other people did. It wasn't my fault. She said, yeah, I got some insider information and I fucking got caught.
She is a brand that has navigated some rough waters and come out smelling like a rose.
I wouldn't fuck with her. You could tell she's all like, she sounds like she can be all prim and proper. I think she'd carve you up like a Thanksgiving turkey, man.
It is amazing how good she looks at 84. I saw a photo of her yesterday. She changed her hair color, and she's stunning. She's still very beautiful. And you're like, wow, she's like in her mid 80s. Like, good heavens.
She looks amazing now. They show pictures when she was younger in her heyday. My gosh.
Yeah, she was a model. She was hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Grant said she should have never went to jail for all the people and what they do. A lot of people do the same thing and they never see prison.
Exactly.
I didn't fully remember what it was she did.
That's why she gets credit for, because she didn't bitch and moan and all these other guys got off and she said, fuck it, I'm doing my time. Held her head. She did. She walked out with her head held high, and then she started doing shit with Snoop. Started getting she got a lot of gigs after that.
I mean, it's a white collar crime, and people aren't going to be mad on a same level as something that's like a crime with violence.
Look, they're
just not.
I'm not saying what she did was right, but what I'm saying is she handled it right. Look at the Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis apology when they're defending Danny Matherson or whatever the fuck that creep's name is. They're reading it off of a cue card. It comes off false. It comes off fake. That wasn't Martha.
Well, there's websites that are actually in existence that encourage you to place stock trades and buys and sells with people that are currently sitting in government. And those people definitely have inside information, and they make moves based on their information, and they've gotten very wealthy, some of them, from having information and then placing their stocks here and there.
And then they just hope that their friend gets elected so they don't go to prison. If their friend loses that election, then they could be looking at 10 years in prison.
When you've got humans and you've got money involved, you're going to always find someone trying to get the drop on somebody else. Whether it is sports, I mean, it's happened through the beginning of sports. People have thrown shit to get extra money.
Martha Stewart went to prison for felony charges related to obstruction of justice and lying to federal investigators following a stock trading scandal. Now, she was not convicted of insider trading itself. The investigation revealed that she had misled investigators and attempted to cover up the circumstances of the sale.
Yeah, she's not the only one doing that. She got caught.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of think she's a badass when she got interviewed by Drew Barrymore, and Drew Barrymore's doing all that weird fucking I'm on the floor, I'm on my knees, I'm rubbing you like I'm on ecstasy kind of a move.
That's so bizarre.
Martha Stewart looks at her and she's like, you're not my type, honey. And like basically like shoos her off of her.
That was bizarre.
What, Drew Barrymore?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Thank God I kind of miss her getting the shine, though, because there are so many cringy clips of Drew Barrymore. I did kind of need them. They were pretty bad.
I don't need them.
Then people would get on my ass. How can you be mean to Drew Barrymore? She brings so many smiles to the world. I'm like, what?
She's petting her guests. And they're obviously awkward and uncomfortable about it.
This was the time of, consent and not touching people when they don't want to be touched. She's fucking rubbing people's faces like she's on ecstasy, gonna hug a tree.
I saw Martha this week because a lot of people are talking about her with Snoop Dogg, and they are fantastic together. But she'd made a comment that I was like, okay. She talked about how she loved hip hop and just what they were saying and whatnot. And then she's like, and I loved Eminem. She's like, I could just never get him on my show. And I got Snoop. And so, but I was kind of like, okay, well, that's good. But it's almost like I'm the second choice. And it worked out better. She's much better with Snoop. I mean, Snoop's absolutely amazing. I mean, I don't think he gets enough credit for just how smooth and good he is and what a showman.
Well,
and you know what? He really gets the game, considering where he was in the gangster rap days to who he is now and how funny he is and how likable he is. And boy, he's really gotten the brand ambassador thing, and he's smart. He fits into situations. I saw him with Kevin Richardson from Backstreet Boys. You ever seen the two of those together?
No.
Because it's like a white and black version of the same guy. And so they were together, and it was just fun. It was a great, moment. I'm like, I love that Snoop creates so many awesome moments now, and he's just fantastic. If I were a brand, I'd be like, I love this guy. Like, yes, he would be at the top of my list to get for a brand ambassador.
And him and Eminem are kind of different in style.
They are. Like Eminem, I would much rather have Snoop than Eminem any day.
agree.
And it worked out great. I just thought her comment was kind of funny. That she couldn't get Eminem. So.
Eminem, he's gonna machine gun your rap. Snoop's smooth.
Yeah, I think Eminem's a big time introvert. I don't know for a fact. I don't know the guy. I've never even met him, but I kind of get the vibe that he really likes keeping to himself. He really is a Detroit dude. He is true to that city, and you'll see him. I've been to a couple of Lions games where he was there, and we go for Thanksgiving, but he seems like he's just like, okay, kind of give me my space. You can wave to me real quick, but not that he's a jerk. I just don't think he's not comfortable.
That's what I think.
He's an introvert.
We were talking about Will Ferrell last week, and that's how I think he is too. I think he'll play the part. Hey, how's it going, Virginia? Nice. But I think if you take one extra minute of his time, you're going to start to annoy him, and he doesn't really want to talk that long. Like a Jerry Seinfeld, I think Billy Joel can be that way if it's the wrong situation for them.
Yeah.
If they're out at dinner, because I've heard Billy Joel talk before. If he's at a baseball game, he just wants to sit there and watch the baseball game.
Right.
He doesn't want everyone over there, jumping on him and taking pictures with him.
Now, I would say there is a bit of a difference, too. I think there are introverts that just aren't comfortable. I know that because I'm really kind of an introvert. Like, you can flip the switch on, but you're quiet. You'd rather be the guy in the corner. Like, don't bring attention to me. I just like to chill. It's not that I don't like people. You're just...
What the fuck is that like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bert and I aren't the same. But I love when people come up, and I like having one-on-one conversations and things that aren't too... It's almost like it's a stimulation type thing.
Yeah.
So when they talk about kids sometimes that need, I kind of get it. Like, I can get burnt out really fast if I have a lot of stimulation at 1 minute. And so I think some people have a harder time with that. That's what my thing is. Some people are still just dicks, though, if you come up to them and try to talk to them one-on-one. And I think that's a bit of a difference. So I try to say, are you an introvert or an asshole? And you could play that game, or you could have sometimes, I think Eminem is an introvert, maybe not an asshole. And I think other people sometimes are an asshole. They're not an introvert. They love being the life of the party and all that. They like shitting on people.
But believe it or not, I can have that if I'm in a mood or a certain kind of mood where I am almost, I don't want to say shy, but quiet and in my own head.
I think everybody,
and not
even an extrovert, I'm sure has that, where they're like, I just need a minute to myself.
Yes.
I need
Everyone
to pull away.
does. Totally.
Everyone
think
needs
so,
a room
too.
of their own, and that's kind of more of just an analogy of everyone needs just a little time to clear your head. I think it makes you a better person.
Yeah.
A better father, a better friend, a better whatever. You need to clear out that fucking shit that's in your head.
Yeah.
Because if you have shitty thoughts, man, you ain't going to be that fun to be around.
Yeah. I just prefer the quieter one-on-one conversations. Those are fun all day long.
I get it. I understand.
When it's a lot, you're just like...
Some people think I
get tired.
I go home and the first thing I do is I walk in, chug Mountain Dew, put ketchup on my face.
Yeah.
Fuck the couch. I'm like, no. I chill out.
If you do that, will you please make a video?
It would do numbers if I do that. If I get in the mood.
Yeah.
Couch fucker.
Yeah, it's a good song. Wait, I like that. Let's get in the booth. Let's write couch fucker.
Well, we got a lot of projects going on. We got superhero stuff. We got albums to crank out.
Look, a busy mind is a good mind. You want to stay busy with fun projects. That's how you stay positive and not get in any kind of mental slump.
Okay.
That's what I've learned.
All
if
right.
you're in a mental slump, get involved in a fun, creative project.
Okay.
And don't worry about the outcome either. I'm not talking about your career. I'm talking about something fun you want to do that there's no pressure, that you enjoy doing with people you love.
Yeah, a lot of life lessons here in this podcast today.
I mean, I'll fucking forget it by the time we leave. when I crash into a wall.
And how are you getting home today?
I got Vuber, Virginia. She already told me she's going north. I've had to kiss her ass all day. It's been exhausting.
Okay. You might be slightly safer than driving yourself.
The whole time I'm thinking, man, I hope Virginia sees my car on the side of the road. I was looking for your car.
I didn't leave here for a while.
I know you wouldn't have seen it.
I was still here. Denny was still here when I was here.
People had a good point. If that would have happened at nighttime, I don't know if people would have seen me.
Damn.
It might still be there.
Stuff in there.
Damn. We would have come looking for you.
Not dead, just barely hanging on.
Well, appreciate y'all being here today. You guys enjoy your Tuesday. We'll see you back for another round of the KVJ Show tomorrow. Goodbye.